As a prompting strategy, guys, so there are a different kind of a prompting strategy that you all will be able to find out. So whenever you are dealing with the LLM, so the very first prompting strategy which I will be talking about, which is again a continuation of the previous lecture, is called as system instruction prompt. Yeah, system instruction prompt. And what it does, by the way, so what this system instruction prompt does. So whenever you are trying to give, I'll try to show you a couple of examples over here. So whenever you are trying to give a prompt, so if you are trying to say that you are an helpful assistant, only use a provided context to answer the question. Do not rely on prior knowledge. So if I'm trying to use this kind of a prompt, so obviously I'm trying to say, or I'm trying to give a very clear instruction to my LLM. So whenever it will try to generate an answer, that only use a provided context to answer the question. Do not rely on the prior knowledge. So whatever knowledge that you have, because LLM will be having a entire world's information, entire world's knowledge, because this is how it has been trained. But if I'm going to give this instruction, so what it will do, so I have to attach this instruction where? So I have to attach this instruction technically over here, right? Over here, that do not rely on your prior knowledge at all. So whatever you are trying to do, so do it with my document, my understanding, or my knowledge. So this is called as system instruction prompt. So where we are trying to define a role of the model. So what is the meaning of system instruction prompt? A system instruction prompt says that you have to define a model role, and you have to define a scope clearly. So here I'm trying to define a role clearly, that you are a helpful assistant. Apart from that, I'm trying to define a scope clearly, that do not rely on your knowledge. Whatever output that you are trying to bring, you are trying to give, always try to give me an answer based on the context. Context means the document which I have provided, right? The access which I have provided to you. Based on that, just try to give me the answer. I'll show you another example. So here is the another example. So instead of that message, so let's suppose if I'm trying to say that act as a legal advisor. So simply I'm trying to define the role of the model, that okay, so try to act as a legal AI advisor. Use only a retrieve legal document to answer the query, citing the context explicitly. It's explicit. So in this way, again, I'm defining a role clearly. I'm trying to define the scope clearly. This is just a prompt, guys, just a English, but yeah, so it matters a lot with respect to the LLM. Now, there is another example I would like to give you with respect to a system instruction prompt. So I'm trying to say that role, you are a technical product assistant. Yeah, you are technical product assistant. Explain the concept using only a document retrieved. Avoid assumptions or guesses. So again, I'm trying to define a role over here, and then a scope over here. So role in this place I'm trying to define, and a scope in this particular place I'm trying to define. And this is called as system instruction prompt. So where you are going to define a role. Let me write it down here. So you are going to define a role, so model role plus scope clearly, and this is called as system instruction prompt. So hope all of you are able to understand that what is the meaning of a system instruction prompt. With that, thank you so much everyone. Take care and see you again in my upcoming lecture.